Logan right here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to Westbridge Hills in Farming Simulator 22 here. But not Farming Simulator 2013 when this map was originally released. For those of you who've seen the first episode I released here yesterday, at least hopefully that video went live here. Anyway, we'll get to that here in just a minute. We are starting a 10-year anniversary series here on this map, Evan. Approximately 10 years ago here, I started playing on this map, and this was kind of my first time doing Farming Simulator on YouTube. Actually, I think it was exactly the first time doing Farming Simulator on YouTube. I had done some other content up until that point, if I remember correctly, Evan, but again, this was my first time doing like Farming Simulator. So anyway, welcome back to episode 2, everyone. Since last episode, finished up the harvest here on field 16. I believe this is the only field we own here at the moment. Yeah, as far as I know, anyway, unless there's something else I'm not to know. I guess we can do that. Oh, actually, okay, we own 6 down there, but that is the cows, I think, right? Watch, I think we had cows on our Westbridge Hills here. So I actually have to go back and look. It's been 10 years, Evan. Been 10 years. So, at least I think it has anyway, if I've done the math correctly. Anyway, cultivator-wise, or actually I should maybe say disc-wise here. I sold the cultivator we had initially when we started the map, Evan, in between episodes here. So I sold that cultivator, and I picked up this, well, it's got the case logo on it, Evan. I don't know if this is actually like a proper case disc or not. I think this particular mod actually has like different, so if you want like a case or I don't know if it had a John Deere one or not, but it had like a bunch of different logos you could slap on the side. So, which actually is possible. I mean, like I know case equipment, some other equipment, for example, it's all the same. I'm gonna just switch out the logo on the side, and it's, you know, a different manufacturer actually makes the actual disc, right? So this could be the case with this one. Case with this. Yeah, not sure. I'm not sure. Anyway, get some GPS set up here. Oh, something I didn't have so much of here back in Farming Simulator 13. Let's see. We want. No, I think I want 90 degrees, right? I think so. Yes, I do. Lock that on, and away we go. Let's start cultivating. Running the Case Magnum. What size was this here? Case Magnum 400 here. AFS Connect. Oh, back when we started this series on Farming Simulator 2013 there again. We only had the Case Magnum. I believe it was 380 at the time was the Case's largest tractor in this type. Unless, of course, you went up to the, you know, the big articulateds and the quad tracks and stuff like that, right? Oh, she's pulling a little hard. Oh boy, actually, we're gonna make it up the hill here. Wow. Oh, that reminds me. Forgot about this. I modified the tractor here slightly, but I just realized I did not change out the tires, did I? I should probably change that out. Oh, she's pawing the ground. She is pawing the ground. I mean, look at that. That's what you get with that red equipment. I should have gone green. More jokes. Couldn't really make those jokes as much back in Farming Simulator 2013 there. We didn't have a whole lot of, unless it was modded, of course. There wasn't much in the way of John Deere equipment because that wasn't officially part of the game, right? Now, of course, we had John Deere of them, but it had to be modded. Because, again, Giants itself didn't actually have any John Deere equipment. They didn't have the license for John Deere yet. That wasn't until, was it Farming Simulator 19, right, everyone? I think it was Farming Simulator 19, or was it 17? 19. I think it was 19. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it was Farming Simulator 19. It was John Deere's introduction to the game. Whew. Finally, they made it up the hill. Wow. Talk about a hard pull on that one, Evan. We'll just go across the road. Hey, truck. There. Well, we probably won't have any problem making it down the hill, I doubt. Oh, look at that whopping 9 mile an hour. Actually, a pretty good hill on this field here. And I realized I finished recording yesterday's episode. And I realized that when I was looking across this map here, like, yep, pretty good looking map. There is one major difference I am noticing on this map, especially for when the map first started. For those of you who remember when Giants first released Westbridge Hills there. Again, that was part of the Titanium DLC. This map looked very, very different, I would say. Now, I don't remember exactly when, but a few updates in, or maybe one update in or something like that, Giants did make a few changes to the map. So it looked a little bit different, but still, I don't think it was quite like this. And there might be some other stuff that's different with this map, too, Evan. But there's one big thing I'm getting at here in particular, and that was how dead the map was. For those of you who remember Farming Simulator 2013, the Titanium DLC, when it first came out, I'll save there, the map was very, very dead looking, and I do mean very, right, Evan? Again, like I said, I think for those of you who remember that map, out of curiosity, for those of you watching these videos here, how many of you folks have actually played on Farming Simulator 2013 and Westbridge Hills? Like the 2013 version. Again, this map, as far as I know, has been out for every single version of Farming Simulator since. So, but how many of you folks have actually played on the Farming Simulator 2013? And maybe even better yet, played on like when Giants first released it. And this was a very, very... In fact, I don't know if it was maybe quite this bad, but I would say the entire map looked kind of like this field. Like the grass was dead. It was a very, very dead-looking map, right? Now, I don't remember how long it took, Evan, a couple weeks, whenever Giants, I think it was maybe the first update or something like that, Evan. They did an update for the map, and they made it a little bit more green. It was still not... I don't think it was anywhere near this green, Evan. I'd say probably like halfway in between this field and the grass we have now. That's probably what it was. And like I said, initially it was probably more like this field. That's how dead the map looked. It was just, it was a very, very dead map, everyone. Kind of makes me think maybe like more of a like out west type map, maybe. That's what they were going for. I'm not sure, but definitely not as green as this. And I didn't think to mention that until I finished recording their last episode, and like, wait a minute, this map, yeah, wow. Again, not complaining, I kind of like the green map myself. Makes it look a little more alive, I guess you could say. And apparently, a lot of people thought so. Like I said, after Giants released the map, they ended up changing it, and they greened it up a little bit. Like I said, I don't think they made it quite as green as, say, some of the other maps in the game, but it was definitely much more green than it was when it was initially released. Anyway, speaking of last episode, everyone, apologies about last episode. You folks probably noticed this here already. I forgot to upload it. So that video, at the time I'm recording this, is uploading right now. Hopefully it'll be live here in the next hour or two, however long it takes to upload, everyone. So yes, apologies about that. For those of you who wonder what happened to yesterday's episode, that is what happened. And of course, along with that, we don't really have any comments to read here at the moment because, well, that video hasn't gone live yet. Although we'll see once maybe we got some other comments on some other videos we can read. We'll maybe get to that here a little bit this episode, but yeah, we'll just sneak around this tree here. We'll do another headland pass here. Might see if we get the plant. Oh, that's right. We are playing with seasons turned on here. That was something I was debating about. And you know what? I think I asked that last episode, didn't I? Should we just turn seasons off and play like we did back in Farming Simulator 2013? Or should we leave seasons turned on and, play the way Farming Simulator 22 is? I don't know. I was kind of debating about that one. For one thing, we don't have any animals, and I don't know if I'm planning on getting any animals. We'll see once, everyone. We can maybe do some animals, but again, I'm kind of planning on this being a little bit of a shorter series, everyone. And if we do a shorter series, I don't think that'll work out very well with animals. Now, if you folks really like this map, we can maybe make it a longer series and do animals. I suppose that is an option. I just happen to think of that. Again, like I said, my initial plan here was just a little short series on this map here. Again, I have already played on this map, obviously back in Farming Simulator 2013, so Oh, yeah, you like going down the hill, don't you? Oh, speaking of going down the hill, I'm just going to check. Do we have better tire options on this tractor here? I forgot to look at that. Got crawler tracks. Okay, so yeah, it does have duals, Evan, but it doesn't have the correct duals here. Go through these tires. Any ones that actually have like better duals? I'm assuming this Mara is probably the tractor that came with the game, so. Oh, there's some funky tires there. Oh, wait. Oh, we might be in luck, everyone. Might be in luck. There we go. Now we're talking. Oh, so really narrow. And a little bit wide. I think the one we actually need is that one, I think, right? That should be the American space in there, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Trelleborg to the rescue. Okay, cool. Yes, that is definitely a change I want to make there. Oh, did that reset my GPS too? Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay. Nah, that didn't work, did it? Yeah. Okay, fine. Old bug in GPS mod, Evan, that's never been squashed yet. You can't load the same GPS line twice. If you try to, it doesn't load. You get nothing. There we go. That looks a little better, doesn't it? Yeah, that's a little more American there. Get rid of those silly wide tires. It's a little bit wide, Space Man. This might be a little bit too wide here. Maybe we need to go find a cornfield, drive across, and just see if it lines up with the rows of the corn or not. Maybe we do need a little bit narrower spacing. Kind of hard to tell looking at it here, but this to me almost looks a little too wide, but then the other one looked a little too narrow, so yeah, I don't know. Looks better that way, though. It doesn't, Evan? Got rid of that silly front 3-point. Put a rack of weights up front there. Put some good tires on it. Oh, yeah. Actually, I just realized something, Evan. I am busy cultivating this field. Does this field need to be plowed? Ooh, missed a spot there. Yeah, apparently it does, but apparently this counts as a plow. Suspicious. Very, very suspicious. I'm not sure why this counts as a plow. Why would this count as a plow? Not that I'm complaining, Evan, but don't know, Evan. Just happened to look at that. No idea. This is the what do they call it? Lizard 2633 3-section disc cultivator, huh? 2633. I think that's a John Deere number, isn't it, Evan? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think that is a John Deere number. So this is probably a John Deere disc, or modeled after a John Deere disc. Someone just made it so you can change it a bunch of different colors, and then slap whatever logo you want on the side of it. And again, we got some case equipment here, so I figured might as well have a case cultivator to go with it, right? And this tractor's apparently struggling to pull this little teeny disc up that hill. Like I said, I'm a typical red equipment, right? Anyway, just a reminder of it, if you haven't already clicked the subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. And of course, once you are subscribed, make sure you turn on your notifications. That way you get notified of the next latest, greatest Upper Mississippi River episode going live. And then don't forget to, Evan, if you're enjoying the Westbridge Hills series here, give it a good old thumbs up there. Always appreciated there as well. Along with that, Evan, if you'd like to join us in on the RDAllen multiplayer servers, you can find that information down below in the description here of this video. Also, if you'd like to watch the live stream content on the multiplayer servers, you can find that information down below as well. That is RDAllen on Twitch. Again, RDAllen on Twitch. Linked down below. Also down below in the description, you can find the rest of my social media information as well. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram and Facebook and all that good stuff, all that is linked down below as well. Oh, and I suppose we should probably check here as well, Evan. Do we need any lime and fertilizer and good stuff like that on the field? Oh, have we not? We have not purchased the soil information yet, have we? How much money? $54,000 left yet. Okay. Hopefully this isn't too expensive. Yeah, 3,000. Perfect. I mean, like, ever since Giants has given us the ability to purchase soil information, Evan, does anyone actually, like, go out and use the... Oh, where is it here? Where is this thing? It's in here somewhere, isn't it? Ah, there we go. Does, like, anyone even go and use this thing anymore? Probably should watch where I'm going here a minute. Like, does anyone actually go and use the soil tester? How much does that thing cost, too, out of curiosity? Because... okay, so it's pretty cheap. I mean, 17,000. Although, I mean, for real life, you're just testing the soil. 17,000. That does sound a little expensive, but... $17,000. Can buy a lot of soil information for the cost of that. Not to mention the cost of the tractor needed to pull that around, the cost of the fuel and all that good stuff for doing that. Yep, I think I'll just stick with purchasing my soil information. And speaking of purchasing it, oh, I think we need some lime on this field, Evan. Like, how bad is it? Okay, I guess bad is just is bad. It doesn't get any worse than bad, does it? I was hoping to see, like, really bad or something like that, but I guess that probably doesn't happen. Well, when I was thinking about maybe starting to plant here this episode as well, but we still have seasons turned on. We can start maybe with some fertilizer and lime here on this field. Definitely need some lime, that is for sure, so we should probably start there. I think we've got some refill silos around here, don't we? If I'm not mistaken. Although the next question is, do we have a lime spreader? Let's go take a look at what we have for equipment here, everyone. Oh, yeah, we do. Now, question is, can our little Pace 145 Maximum handle this spreader? This thing looks like it's bigger than the tractor. Also, yeah, can we change this tractor to a little more of a American style here? Is there like an American option for this here? Front loader attacher, no. Narrow tires, yeah, that's fine, I guess. Nope, I guess there's not an American option for this. You gotta have the front 3-point. Yeah, well. Oh, hey, look at that. It comes with lime or... Okay, that is nice. That is nice. I like that. I think I mentioned this here last episode. I kind of made a little bit of a mistake there. I probably should have put lime... Oh, this tractor does not handle this. I probably should have put lime and fertilizer on the field before, or at least tried anyway, before we harvested everyone. So just a little pro tip I always recommend to people there. Like when you buy a field and it's already planted and ready to harvest, again, sometimes the game won't let you do it, but it's always worth a try. See if you can lime the field and fertilize it, because it probably needs it. At least in my experience, when you buy a field, usually it comes with no lime, no fertilizer, or very, very little anyway. Always worth trying, and that will greatly increase your yield. the right spacing or not. No idea. Looks about right. See, I think if I use GPS, will GPS actually give me? Oh, there's no GPS on this tractor. What? How in the world are you supposed to do anything about GPS? There goes. I don't know. Nah, maybe I might wait to put GPS on this tractor because this tractor. Oh, I just noticed that. Farming Simulator 13, Elm Creek. Oh, 22 Elm Creek. Okay, that's probably what I was going to say. What in the world? Anyway. We'll just hire work on this. I'm going to go back to disc and I'm going to hopefully I can keep up with this. See if we can keep up with the lime spreader here. Now, if I remember correctly, for Farming Simulator 2013, I believe Giants actually gave us what I would call more of an American-style tractor one. I think they had the front weights out front, if I remember correctly. They didn't have the front 3-point. And I believe the Magnum also was a dual-wheeled tractor as well. And like properly spaced duals. I mean, they didn't have the silly clamp-on nonsense. I don't think. I could be wrong on that, but I might have to go back. Oh. You gonna make it up the hill? Hopefully. One, I suppose, advantage of precision farming. Everyone, with precision farming, you know, if you go slow, it doesn't like use more lime. It uses what's needed, as far as I know. Normal base game, if you just start going slow like that, like it just outputs the same amount of lime, regardless of your speed. Oh. Speaking of regardless of speed, he has now stopped, and he has now quit. So there's a chance that that tractor is not able to handle that spreader. A little bit ridiculous if you think about it. 145 horse, actually it's probably more than 150 horsepower, whatever that tractor is. Case maximum 145, so it's probably 145 horsepower. Actually, go check. What would the horsepower of that tractor be? One. Whoa, actually, wow. A lot. 175. I would have guessed the 145 and would have been 145 horsepower. That's probably the boost at 175, though, if I had to guess. So 175 horsepower tractor, and you can't do that. Oh, I'm telling you, folks, the red tractors. Tisk. We get farming with the red stuff. By the way, again, I did not buy the equipment we are starting with here. The equipment we're starting with, a cultivator, obviously an exception here, but we are running the equipment we started the map with here. And yes, it started us with the red stuff, which makes sense. Westbridge Hills was the case DLC there. I think probably everyone was pretty excited about that when the Titanium DLC first came out. You know, again, we had an American map. We had an American tractor brand. I mean, up until that point, I don't know if there was really necessarily like any American tractors in the game. It was pretty much all the European stuff. Case was probably the first big one, I think. I could be wrong, but just from... Oh, do we have New Holland? We might have had New Holland in the game. I think New Holland might have already been there. I think. But yeah, outside of that, we didn't have much for, American equipment back in Farming Simulator 2013. Again, with the exception of modders. Any American equipment pretty much had to come from the modders back then. So, and even, to some extent, that is still true today too. Obviously, Giants has some American type equipment in the game, but there's still not a lot, right? Still heavily European. Just look at the plow selection, for example. It's pretty much all moldboard plows. Like, there's no chisel plows in the game. And let's face it, moldboard plowing in America, I think we can safely say that's pretty much dead at this point. With a few small exceptions, like nobody moldboard plows anymore. Nobody's moldboard plowed for the last, I don't know, when's the last time somebody's done like any serious moldboard plowing, right? That's why I say every time I look at the European farming, it's like, okay, let's go back to the 1950s here. This is pretty much what it was like back in the 1950s. You know, moldboard plowing, 3-meter equipment, and all that good stuff. Tram lines, and wow. I'm sorry, I think it's the 21st century. I think at this point we can do away with 3-meter equipment. Tram lines are an ancient relic of the past. And yeah, moldboard plowing. Yeah, that was a thing, 50 years ago. Still has a couple of potential uses yet, I suppose, everyone. But outside of those few handful of uses, yeah, probably just don't need to bother with that anymore. Okay, well, we're making some pretty good progress on this field, everyone. Thinking I could maybe turn the lime spreader, have him go the other way on the field, but then I need to finish the field here in order for him to do that. I don't know if you can maybe manage the hills then, or do I just try to get him up that hill? Because then I think that might be the steepest one there, maybe. Yeah, we're definitely not struggling as much as we were when we first started over at that end. Let me see if we can get him up that hill there, and then we can go from there. Though I'm not sure there's much I can do to get him up the hill. So, that might be a bit of a problem. Okay, let's see what we can do about you here a minute. Can we at least, maybe with it not running, go up the hill? That's pretty much just a solid no. We are going absolutely nowhere. Even wow. See, now real life, Evan, this is where things get a little bit dangerous. You end up with a situation like this one, where you literally can't go up the hill. Oh, we're not spinning old tires, are we? Good try locking on the diff. Nope. That's a lot of nope there, one. He's just not going to go up the hill. Okay. At least the brakes still work out. That's the scary thing in real life. When you start doing this, you're backing down the hill, like you tap on your brakes, and it's just, at least in the game here, it actually does stop you. But in real life, that is the concern. I mean, you might not be able to stop. And then you get in a jackknife situation like I think I've just done here. I'm going to try to turn out of it, but... Yep, we are stuck, Evan. Yep, we are definitely stuck. Think about the only way we can get out of this, Evan. Well, I can either pick the tractor up, or we're going to have to unhook, which, yeah, would not be good in real life. Better block that thing up real good so it doesn't roll, and get the other tractor. We do have a tow rope option, Evan, but that doesn't, in my experience, work real well in the game here. Maybe if you're on a multiplayer server, Evan, it probably works a little bit better. But, just with one person trying to do it here in the game, that unfortunately does not work. So let me see once here, Evan. Looking at the equipment we have, that could probably only be pulled by the large tractor. That can only be pulled by the large tractor. Apparently the spreader can only be pulled by the large tractor. These can only be pulled by the large tractor. Okay, I guess the small tractor can do these jobs. There's not much we can do with that small tractor then, Evan. And speaking of not being able to do much here, I just looked at the time. I mean, it is time to wrap it up here this episode. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, so much for finishing cultivating here. We're almost done. And I think what I'll probably end up doing, I'll have to go over there with this tractor. We'll just finish cultivating here first, seeing as how we're done with the episode. Then I'll go over there with this tractor, disconnect, see if I can pull that thing out of there, and we'll see if we can go the other way on the field here. But yeah, like I said, I need to finish the field here first. So anyway, on that note, if you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching. Until next time.